The most important modern dramatist is Bertolt Brecht. Bertolt Brecht is a German dramatist who is known for his dramaturgy. Though initially he wrote plays in naturalist tradition, The Ball is one of his earlier plays, which is not an example of epic theater. That is his great contribution. But in afterwards, he was known for the tradition that is called epic theater. Bertolt Brecht is so important in the history of drama that he is thought after Aristotle, he is the second milestone. We can say that's about 2000 years history of drama, and the biggest challenge comes through epic theater. Second, Bertolt Brecht, he is not only a playwright, but also a great, you can say, director of the play, as a great dramaturgist who is known for the dramaturgy. Third, he was a Marxist, even the member of Communist Party of Germany. Though he left Communist Party a few years earlier, than his writing as epic theater. Before Brecht, there were realist dramatists who used to convey Marxist ideas through realist drama. यानी वो चाहते थे कि जो लोगों के दुख दर्द हैं, जो एक्सप्लॉइटेशन ऑफ द पुअर है, उसको टॉपिक बना के तो उसके जरिए मार्क्सिस्ट आइडियाज ऑफ क्लास स्ट्रगल, लेबर एलिनेशन, exploitation of the workers, idea of surplus value, and above all, a need for economic revolution. These ideas were represented through realist dramas. We can see in the plays of Hauptmann, who was a German dramatist, there are Marxist tendencies. Later on, we can see another American dramatist, Arthur Miller, and he, in his plays, How Capitalist Society is Exposed. Bertolt Brecht thought that's not the better way. Because if something is shown on stage and the audience continue to be in tradition of involvement, they can be influenced by the grandeur of that material progress. For example, if a factory is shown to expose, you can say, the black money of its owner, but the very design of factory can impress the audience, and instead of being critic of that exploitation, they can develop a love for that tradition. So he thought that realism cannot present Marxist notions rightly. We should break away the tradition of realism and naturalism that try to give an illusion to the people that whatever is on stage, it is reality. But whatever is on stage, it is not reality. It is a play. It is a drama. It is a performance. So Brecht challenged that idea that reality can be presented on stage. He claimed that whatever is presented in the name of reality, it is just an illusion of reality. यही वजह है कि जो ब्रेख्ट है वो नेचुरलिस्ट ड्रामाटिस्ट को इल्यूजनिस्ट कहता है. He calls that they have created an illusion. एक धोखा उन्होंने क्रिएट किया हुआ है रियलिटी का नाम लेके. They try to lead the public that they are conveying reality, but in fact, it's not reality. So spectators, the viewers, the audience, they should be trained critically. And for that purpose, drama should not arouse the emotions which were emphasized by Aristotle. Purpose of tragedy is to arouse the emotions of pity and fear and provide the chance of catharsis. According to Brecht, that is the biggest flaw of theater. And that should not be the case. So he thinks that theater should be reversed from dramatic tradition to narrative tradition, which he calls epic theater. And he introduces certain devices. Most important is called the alienation effect, through which he thinks that spectators or viewers, they will become critical, they will think themselves, and they will raise questions. So from Aristotle to Ibsen and Strindberg, drama is drama of involvement, drama of emotions. But from Brecht to contemporary political dramas, there is drama of discourse. अगर दो डिवीजन करें तो एक ड्रामा ऑफ इन्वॉल्वमेंट है और दूसरा ड्रामा ऑफ डिस्कोर्स है. एंड major writer of drama of discourse is Bertolt Brecht, who is a master of dramaturgy, theory, and you can say script of the play. That is from his own essay, where he talks about epic theater. He says many people imagine that the term epic theater is self-contradictory, mean theater cannot be epic, as the epic and dramatic ways of narrating a story are held, following Aristotle, to be basically distinct. The difference between the two forms was never thought simply to lie in the fact that the one is performed by living beings while the other operates via the written word. Epic works such as those of Homer and medieval singers were at the same time theatrical performance. That was Brecht claim कि ये जो epic थी, जब ये रैप्सोड्स होते थे ग्रीक में, वो आके मजमे के सामने जब इसको पेश करते थे, और उसके बाद medieval एज में भी जो है वो सिंगर्स इनको गा के पेश करते थे. जैसे हमारे हीर जो है वो सुनाई जाती है, तो वो सिर्फ सुनाई नहीं जाती, हम देख सकते हैं जो recitation of the words है, that is actual performance. There is some, you can say, state of trance in which the speaker goes. He quotes Goethe's drama Faust and Byron's drama Manfred, which have been more effective as books. So he thinks that Aristotle's definition that has the difference between dramatic and epic form was attributed to different methods of construction. And method of construction depended on different ways of presenting the work to the public. यानी असल में जो कहा गया कि दोनों एक दूसरे के उल्ट होती हैं, यह बात दुरुस्त नहीं थी ब्रेख्ट के ख्याल में, बल्कि असल में उनकी कंस्ट्रक्शन जो है वो डिफरेंट तरह से की जाती थी. अगरचे ड्रामेटिक एलिमेंट एपिक में मौजूद होते थे और एपिक एलिमेंट ड्रामा में मौजूद होते थे. So he suggests that the tradition shows the stage began to tell a story. The narrator was no longer missing along with the fourth wall. Not only did the background adopt an attitude to the events on the stage, by big screens recalling other simultaneous events elsewhere, by projecting documents which confirmed and contradicted what the characters said, by concrete and intelligible figures to accompany abstract conversation. So he suggests minimalist settings for stage. Epic theater में realist detailed setting की बजाय minimalist settings were prescribed. मिनिमल जैसे होता है कि कम से कम चीजें रख के आप स्टेज, कुछ रिजेम्बलेंस तो हो उसके साथ, लेकिन 100% एक्यूरेसी जैसे रियलिस्ट और नेचुरलिस्ट तलाश करते हैं वो बिल्कुल नहीं होनी चाहिए. So it can raise questions in the mind of spectators. He asked the dramatist to create an impression to audience that whatever is on stage, it is not reality, it is an illusion of reality, it is a drama, and for that purpose he prescribed songs to add in place. In his plays we see a variety of songs, particularly in his play The Mother, Courage and Archuleta. And there are film strips which are used, charts are used, announcement is made, and there is a role changes. Mean one character does not perform the role consistently. For example, in one first act, the woman who played the role of Mother Courage, in second or third scene, she can perform the role of Catherine, and Catherine can perform the role of Cook. Cook can perform the role of Yevete. So in this way, cast and longer cast is chosen by Brecht and his model of theater, and fewer actors are chosen. यानी एक्टर्स कम से कम हो, 2-3 एक्टर और उनसे ही आप 15-20 रोल जो हैं वो करवा लें. और वो भी इस तरह नहीं करवाने की जरूरत कि अगर एक ने एक बार किंग का रोल किया तो पहली एपिसोड से लेकर एंड तक वो किंग ही बना रहे, ताकि लोगों को ये लगे कि इसने बड़ा अच्छा परफॉर्म किया और ये सारा कुछ. नो, ही शुड appear as a king. For example, in first episode, in second episode, second scene he can appear as a clown, and the audience can have a glimpse of the correct actor, and they can raise कि no, there in previous scene he was performing the role of the king, and no, he is performing another role. So they can see the difference between acting and reality, performance and reality. And alienation effect is attained through these things. Even live interaction is encouraged. Actors can even break the norms of stage, and they can intermix with the audience for a short while, I mean for a minute or two or for a second. And even audience can add a line that is not part of the play, but in this way, alert, active, vigilant, critical audience is made a target. Viewers are not emotionalized. They are not, their emotions are not aroused. Rather, their thinking and critical thinking is stimulated in that theater. He had an idea, weak nations need hero. It means there should be no hero or hero worship. He also believes that individual or grandeur of individual is not so important as the whole system, as other Marxists believe. So people should be able to have a critical outlook, and theater should contribute to polish the critical tendencies of the people.